On June 1, 2023, a horrific murder took place in Korea. A 23-year-old woman named Jung Yu-jung brutally killed another woman of the same age whom she had met through an extracurricular brokerage application. She mutilated the body and disposed of it in a travel carrier. Jung Yoo-jung approached the victim, who worked as a tutor, posing as a parent using the application and requested tutoring for her fictional child. Later on, she bought a school uniform from a thrift store, wore it to disguise herself as a student, and carried out the vicious murder. When her school uniform became stained with the victim's blood, she dressed up as the victim and discarded the body. The Korean society was left in shock by this dreadful incident. When Jung Yu-jung was apprehended and questioned about the motive behind the killing, she shockingly revealed that she had committed the murder out of simple curiosity, stating, "I wanted to kill her." However, the media speculates that this murder may be classified as a hikikomori crime. Hikikomori refers to individuals who are hidden loners and refuse to leave their rooms or houses due to an inability to adapt to social life. Although the term originated in Japan, it has become relevant to this case. The term hikikomori derives from the Japanese verb hikikomoru, meaning to confine oneself. The phenomenon of hikikomori first gained attention in the 1970s. Japan's rapid growth and became a significant societal issue in the 1990s following the collapse of the bubble economy. There are 4 criteria to identify hikikomori. 1. Rarely leaving one's room. 2. Leaving the room but not venturing outside the house. 3. Generally staying at home but occasionally going out to nearby convenience stores. 4. Typically staying at home but only going out when engaged in hobbies or specific tasks. Meeting any of these 4 criteria, or if the condition persists for more than 6 months, qualifies as hikikomori. Jung Yu-jung resided with her grandfather, but due to her preparations for the civil service exam, she rarely left her room and only went to the reading room and back home. Her grandfather, unable to find the time to talk with his granddaughter, remained unaware of what she was going through. According to the residents, Jung Yu-jung seldom ventured outside and did not engage with her neighbors, even if she happened to encounter them. It was discovered that Jung Yu-jung had not been in any relationships for 5 years following her high school graduation. Her cell phone revealed no records of communication with other individuals. Furthermore, it was revealed that 3 months prior to the crime, she had been searching for articles related to murder and crime online, watching criminal investigation programs, and planning crimes. Experts speculate that in a state of social isolation, she became fixated on her own interests and fantasies, which eventually led her to carry out the crimes she had envisioned. There is still ongoing debate regarding whether Jung Yoo-jung should be classified as a psychopath or a hikikomori. However, it is challenging to deny that the nature of the murder resembles a hikikomori-style murder. This incident has brought the issue of hikikomori to the forefront in Korea. There is a common saying that Japan is Korea's future, suggesting that Korea tends to follow Japan's path with a 20-year time difference. This implies that Korea may experience what Japan went through 20 years ago, after a span of 20 years. This holds true for the phenomenon of hikikomori as well. While hikikomori originated in Japan during the 1990s, the problem of hikikomori is now surfacing in Korea. Additionally, Japan has already witnessed several hikikomori-related murders. Therefore, in this video, we aim to explore the connection between the hikikomori phenomenon and the murder case. Currently, it is estimated that there are approximately 2 million hikikomori in Japan, while in Korea, the number is estimated to be around 400,000. However, due to the nature of hikikomori, accurately counting their numbers is challenging. so it is expected that the actual figures may be higher. The emergence of hikikomori in Japan can be attributed to the economic crisis. As the vibrant economic growth of the 1970s and 1980s came to an end and the bubble burst in the 1990s, Japan faced a severe economic downturn. The generation that led Japan's economic revival during this period is often referred to as the Denkai generation. However, the junior members of the Denkai generation who entered society from the 1990s to the early 2000s, during what is known as the lost 20 years, became the primary group affected by hikikomori. Due to the collapse of the bubble economy, they struggled to secure employment and find stable jobs, leading to a life of instability. Both Japan and Korea have cultures where young individuals are expected to leave their parents' home after securing employment. However, due to the current economic recession, it has become increasingly challenging for young people to find jobs. One of the significant issues faced in both countries is the lack of second chances after a failure. Consequently, many young people eventually withdraw from society after experiencing constant frustration. Unlike the West, where homelessness is a prevalent issue, in Korea and Japan, where the parent-child bond is strong, hikikomori manifests in this form. Initially, the problem of hikikomori was seen as an individual issue. However, things took a drastic turn when instances of murder began to occur. In June 2021, a disturbing incident unfolded in Fukuoka, Japan, where a 60-year-old hikikomori named Junji Matsumoto killed his elderly parents and hid their bodies in a refrigerator. Junji Matsumoto brutally murdered his father, who was unable to move due to his dementia condition. When his father asked him to bring a bucket for his care, interrupting his anime viewing. Later, he also killed his mother, who had witnessed the first murder. It was revealed that Junji Matsumoto had been confined to his home for 35 years and had been financially supported by his parents. In December 2021, another hikikomori named Tanimoto Mori set fire to a hospital in Osaka. As the fire spread, people desperately tried to escape, but Mori blocked their path to safety. Tragically, 25 people perished due to smoke inhalation. Mori had not interacted with anyone since his divorce in 2008 and leaving his job at a factory in 2010. In April 2011, he even went to his ex-wife's house and attempted to kill his own son with a kitchen knife, resulting in a 4-year prison sentence for attempted murder. When asked about the motive behind his crimes, Mori stated that he had contemplated suicide due to his profound loneliness but lacked the courage to end his own life. He carried out the crimes in the hope that by killing someone, he might find a way to die. On October 31, 2021, a man dressed as a Joker ignited a fire on a train on the Keio line in Japan, after brandishing a weapon and spraying gasoline. 17 people were injured, and a 72-year-old man was in critical condition. The motive behind the crime was that the perpetrator had recently become unemployed and had no friends. However, lacking the courage to end his own life, he expressed a desire to kill approximately 2 individuals and receive the death penalty. Hikikomori are not the sole perpetrators in cases of hikikomori-related murders. At times, the families of hikikomori, unable to bear the situation, resort to killing the hikikomori individual. An example is the case of Hideaki Kumazawa, a former vice minister of the central government, who murdered his hikikomori son, Eiichiro Kumazawa, in his 40s. Eiichiro, a hikikomori, had reached his 40s without holding a job and spent his days playing games without any break. Conflict arose between the father and son, and when the son assaulted the father ultimately killed him with a knife. These cases illustrate a prominent characteristic of current hikikomori-related murders, known as extended suicide. Extended suicide refers to the act of killing another person before committing suicide oneself. This is often born out of a sense of not wanting to die alone and blaming others and society for one's personal misfortunes in an emotionally isolated state. Hikikomori is a nightmare born out of the constant pressures of competition. It has emerged in both Korea and Japan, where the chronic social structures of these countries have driven individuals to extreme measures, even resulting in murders. The unrelenting competition. The lack of opportunities for redemption after failure. The societal labeling of failure as defeat, and a system that promotes success at the expense of others. All of these factors contribute to the phenomenon of hikikomori. Additionally, the strong bonds within families, while significant, can also contribute to the complexities surrounding hikikomori. Young people, feeling they have given up everything in an unceasingly competitive society, eventually direct their anger toward society itself, and the consequences can be deadly. It is crucial to emphasize that murder is never acceptable. This video does not seek to justify or defend Jung Yoo-jung's actions. Rather, it is a call to prevent any form of hikikomori-related murders in the future. We must strive to create a society where innocent individuals are not victimized. Thanks for watching this video, and please don't forget to click the subscribe and the like button.